Specter of the Heights, written by Johanna Stockall. A synopsis for every chapter.
Chapter 1, A Mountain Reunion. In Chapter 1, we follow the journey of a young boy, Billy, and his family as they leave their beloved horse ranch in the deep south. Billy is on the cusp of turning 10 and eagerly anticipates the privileges that come with it, choosing his own pony and joining the men of the family on horse rides. He reflects on his newfound abilities and responsibilities, eager to prove himself as a young man. The narrative takes a poignant turn as we learn about the passing of Mama, a beloved family member. This loss marks a significant change in their lives. The family sells their ranch and embarks on a new adventure to join Pawpaw's brother in upstate USA. The journey is filled with excitement and curiosity, with Billy and his family experiencing new sights and experiences. They arrive at a wooden house in the heart of the countryside, greeted by a warm and welcoming extended family. The mountain looming in the background captivates and terrifies Billy, creating a lasting impression. A surprise awaits them at the family gathering as Mama makes an unexpected return. Billy is overjoyed, his emotions a mix of shock, happiness, and sadness. The chapter concludes with a comical mishap involving Billy and his brother, leaving them in a bit of trouble. As the family settles into their new home, the stage is set for further adventures, challenges, and growth for young Billy. Chapter 2, Echoes of the Mountain Queen. In this chapter, the narrator wakes up to the familiar sounds of his family in their new home, reflecting on the routines that remind him of their life back south. They're preparing for a day of pickling pork and ham hocks. The arrival of Grand Aunt May, who bears a striking resemblance to the late Mama, brings excitement and a sense of completeness to the household. May arrives on a magnificent white horse named Duchess, showcasing her impressive riding skills. She brings a basket containing a pickled pork butt, a special treat for breakfast. The family eagerly anticipates the arrival of bottles for the pickling process. Cousin Tom, who shares Pa's name, and Gloria, who resembles Ma, arrive with a thresher and compost supplies. Tom is Pa's son, and Gloria is not biologically related to Ma. The coincidences surrounding names and family connections leave the children amazed and curious. A lively breakfast is followed by a musical interlude. May surprises everyone by playing the auto harp and singing a beloved tune, Yellow Rose of Texas. The music fills the house, evoking fond memories of the late Mama. However, Phil, the narrator's brother, has a surprising reaction, bursting into tears and retreating to their bedroom. As the day progresses, the family, along with Tom and May, work together to thresh hay for the animals. The children are paired with their doppelgangers, leading to humorous situations and bonding moments. The thresher and the horses create a lively scene, and the family revels in their shared efforts. Amidst the work, the children notice a group of hikers heading towards the mysterious mountain. They approach the strangers and engage in a brief, strange encounter. The mountain itself seems to communicate with the narrator, providing cryptic messages and a sense of protectiveness. The encounter with the hikers, especially their haughty leader, leaves the children amused and puzzled. They heed Pawpaw's call to return home for supper, leaving the enigmatic mountain behind, but not without a sense of intrigue and wonder about the strange events unfolding around them. Chapter 3, Shadows of the Mountain. In Chapter 3, the family gathers for a hearty supper after a long day of helping Pawpaw and his brother. As the sun sets, they discuss the hikers they saw earlier, suspecting they're planning to camp overnight. Suddenly, a mysterious woman with an angry look on her face appears at the window, but disappears when they investigate. Later, a desperate group arrives, seeking help after a tragic accident. Grand Uncle Joe offers the use of his phone for emergencies. The children are left with Grand Aunt May and Gloria, while the adults rush to aid the victims. A sleepover is declared, and the children are tucked into bed, comforted by Ma and a lantern's glow. The night takes a turn as a recurring nightmare haunts one of the children, involving a desert, a white horse, and a vengeful native man. The child ponders if it's a memory from a past life. Morning arrives with the sound of a train. The family enjoys a breakfast prepared by Grand Aunt May, who is now affectionately known as Mama. Laughter ensues as Pa's mighty snoring and a well-timed fart provide unexpected amusement. The family bonds and cherishes these moments. Outside, they encounter two wild dogs, possibly wolves, and Pa takes precautions. Later, a Red Cross wagon arrives, bringing Ma and Gloria back with two talented orphan girls. The children are warned not to give the girls a hard time. A startling discovery is made when the children find a mangled piece of a human arm, the hand adorned with a wedding ring. Pa discreetly removes it. They later witness the aftermath of the accident, and the children provide information to a reporter, shedding light on the woman's tragic end. The chapter ends with a poignant reflection on the power of nature, embodied by the mountain, and the mysteries it holds. Chapter 4, Twists of Fate. Returning home, the twins, Billy and Billy, are welcomed by Mama and the Phils. They regale the family with their adventurous tale, boasting about their resilience in the face of a gruesome sight. Pa reassures the girls, urging them not to be frightened by the boys' bravado. Introductions are made to the adopted cousins, Gracie and Faye, who impress with a charming performance. The girls' endearing personalities quickly win over the family, and they all share a lively evening together. The next day, a family outing to town proves to be an eye-opening experience for the twins. They enjoy a picturesque journey, crossing a grand bridge and taking in the sights and sounds of the bustling city. However, an unexpected stench briefly dampens their spirits, leading to comical reactions from the family members. In town, Pawpaw successfully conducts business, selling wheat from the farm. The twins, along with their cousins, are treated to an array of delicious treats, making the trip feel like an adventure. On the way back, the twins can't contain their curiosity about a mysterious figure named Charlie. Billy cryptically assures them that they'll learn more in due time. The twins wonder if they're somehow tapping into each other's thoughts. Back at Mama's house, a newspaper article about their harrowing adventure is discovered. It recounts their encounter with the hostile woman and the subsequent rescue by the family. Everyone shares a good laugh over the embellished tale. The twins also learn about Gracie and Faye's tragic past, discovering that they were orphaned after their parents mysteriously vanished. To spare them further pain, they've been told a different story. Later, Grand Uncle Joe introduces the boys to a newfangled invention, the telephone. They excitedly try it out, communicating with Mama and enjoying the novelty of this modern technology. As evening approaches, Duchess, the beloved horse, welcomes them home with exuberance. The twins can't help but feel a special connection to her. Inside Mama's house, they're given a tour, uncovering family photos and stories. The visit provides a glimpse into their grandparents' past and strengthens their bond. At an unexpected moment, Ma and Gloria's emotions boil over, leading to tears and an inexplicable dance. The twins, puzzled and concerned, are ushered inside by Pa. Ma and Gloria's revelation leaves everyone in awe. They share the incredible news that they are sisters, united by an unusual trait, 6 toes on each foot. The family celebrates this remarkable twist of fate with music and dancing, marking the occasion as a moment of true connection and joy. The chapter ends with Gracie and Faye heading to the other house for a sleepover, leaving the twins to reflect on the incredible events that have unfolded. The twins feel a profound sense of gratitude for their newfound family ties and a deeper understanding of the mysteries that surround them. Chapter 5: The Fortunes Found. In Chapter 5, the family gathers for a storytelling session while Pa and Uncle Tom hold a mysterious discussion. Mama introduces them to Charlie, a man who's been a part of the family for over 80 years and possesses some unique qualities. Meanwhile, a prank caller targets the household, only to be met with a surprising response from Mama and Grand Uncle Joe. The next morning, the family heads to town with a wagon full of fruits and vegetables to sell. They encounter familiar faces, including market gossip Fanny McGraw. Unexpectedly, Pawpaw discovers a valuable ring on his land, which leads to a surprising windfall at the pawn shop. The family celebrates their newfound fortune and heads to the bank, leaving them all in high spirits. As they journey back home with Duke and Duchess, the excitement is palpable, especially when Mama realizes the true value of the check. The family revels in their newfound wealth, eager to enjoy a celebratory feast of steak. The chapter ends with the family racing back home, the promise of a brighter future on the horizon. Chapter 6: The Gator's Lesson. The chapter opens with the family returning home, brimming with excitement after their successful trip. They're greeted by Grand Uncle Joe on the porch, who seems moved by their good fortune. Meanwhile, a family they met picking blueberries leaves, leaving behind a toddler with a mouth stained purple. Pawpaw, Granduncle, Pa, and Uncle Tom rush inside with a secret bag, and raucous cheers fill the air. The family revels in their newfound wealth. Meanwhile, Billy and the other children meet Charlie, who has a mysterious connection to their family's past and possesses unique abilities. As the day unfolds, the family enjoys the bounty of strawberries and shares laughs. They reminisce about the snake ring and the gator, and Mama's heroic act to protect them. Mama and Pawpaw process the gator, showing the children their skills in preparing it for consumption. The chapter also delves into the complexities of revealing Charlie's true nature to Ma and Pa. The children grapple with the idea of explaining Charlie's extraordinary abilities and his connection to their family's history. Mama offers her wisdom on handling such a revelation. Later, the family enjoys a musical interlude, showcasing their talents with various instruments. The atmosphere is light and joyful, with Mama's auto harp and Billy's recorder adding to the merriment. The chapter takes a whimsical turn when the shoes seemingly come to life, dancing and entertaining the family. This magical display astounds everyone, and even the more reserved members like Faye are swept up in the spectacle. The chapter ends with a heartwarming moment as Ma and Gloria take bows, their bond strengthened by the magical experience. The family's sense of wonder and connection deepens, leaving them eager for more adventures with Charlie and the enchanting world he introduces them to. Chapter 7: The Unveiling. As the sun dipped below the horizon, the family gathered for a joyful evening. Gloria shared Charlie's story with Ma, who took it in stride, expressing her determination to embrace the mysteries of this vast world. Unbeknownst to Ma, Duchess harbored a secret of her own. Mama May, with her trademark wit, engaged Duchess in a playful exchange over a giant strawberry. Laughter filled the room as Duchess delighted in the treat. Mama's auto harp soon set the stage for a spirited rendition of In the Good Old Summertime, with Duchess joining in, showcasing her remarkable knowledge of the song. The arrival of a truck signaled the return of the men with supplies, including the gator Meek. Grand Uncle Joe, baffled by the lively atmosphere, questioned if the ladies had indulged in a bit too much merriment. In the midst of the bustle, the family worked together to handle the provisions. Bottles of gator were carefully unpacked and lined up for sealing. Paw presented the women with an assortment of goods, declaring a feast fit for royalty. With 6 eager children at the table, Duchess playfully inserted herself, her head peeking through the window, appearing as if she were one of them. Paw's bemused reaction drew peals of laughter from the family. As the night descended, a curious newspaper article caught their attention, recounting a tragic event. A widowed policeman, returning home to a horrifying scene, stirred mixed emotions among the family. Mama May and Duchess exchanged a knowing glance, recognizing the significance. The evening continued with a bonfire where Paw, and Uncle Tom regaled the family with ghost stories. The cousins reveled in the thrill of being frightened, while Duke stood watch over the house. Inside, Charlie unveiled a mysterious black rock with a blinking red dot. He conjured mesmerizing visuals, including a futuristic stone chair that left the family in fits of laughter. The night took an unexpected turn when a convoy of cars, adorned with balloons and signs proclaiming "just married," passed by. The spectacle added an element of surprise to the evening. With the arrival of guests and the revelation of futuristic inventions, the family's sense of wonder expanded. Charlie's departure was punctuated by a promise to return before dawn. As the night drew to a close, the family settled in for rest, reassured by Charlie's presence. Paw's endearing, if slightly inebriated, proclamation of love for his sons warmed their hearts. In the quiet of their room, the boys offered their prayers, their minds abuzz with the enchanting events of the day. With hearts full of joy, they drifted into slumber, eager for the adventures that awaited them. Chapter 9: Secrets Unearthed. The aftermath of the gator incident lingered like a heavy fog. No one dared mention it, yet its presence loomed in the corners of our minds. We all tried to resume our routines, pretending that everything was normal, but a palpable unease hung in the air. Days passed, marked by the rhythm of chores and the comforting predictability of Mama's cooking. The field stretched out, bathed in the warm embrace of the sun, yet the shadows held secrets we were reluctant to uncover. One evening, as the sky painted itself in shades of twilight, a curious whisper reached our ears. It was Billy who first heard it, a faint melody carried by the wind. We gathered on the porch, listening intently, trying to discern the source. The tune was hauntingly familiar, evoking memories of forgotten lullabies and childhood stories. Then, emerging from the shadows, we saw her, a woman, ethereal and elegant, her silhouette dancing against the fading light. Her presence was both enchanting and enigmatic. Mama recognized her instantly, a ghost from the past. With cautious steps, the woman approached, her eyes carrying a melancholy weight. She introduced herself as Eliza, a name etched in the annals of our family history. She spoke of a long-buried secret, a tale that intertwined our fates in ways we couldn't have imagined. Eliza's words wove a tapestry of love, loss, and redemption. She unraveled a story of star-crossed lovers, bound by a promise that transcended time. As the night grew darker, the truth illuminated our hearts, and we understood that our destinies were forever entwined. The revelation left us breathless, our minds racing to grasp the magnitude of it all. Eliza's presence was a bridge to the past, a link to our ancestors, and a testament to the enduring power of love. As dawn broke, we stood together, our hearts heavy with the weight of newfound knowledge. The secrets that had shrouded our family were finally brought to light. With Eliza's guidance, we began to unearth the hidden chapters of our history, understanding that our journey was just beginning. In the days that followed, we delved deeper into our family's legacy, uncovering long-forgotten letters, faded photographs, and mementos that spoke of a love that had endured against all odds. The threads of our story intertwined with those who came before us, creating a tapestry of resilience, passion, and the enduring spirit of our family. As we navigated this newfound landscape, guided by the wisdom of Mama and the enigmatic presence of Eliza, we understood that our lives were part of a grander narrative, a story of love, loss, and the indomitable strength of the human spirit. The night took an unexpected turn when a convoy of cars, adorned with balloons and signs proclaiming "just married," passed by. The spectacle added an element of surprise to the evening. With the arrival of guests and the revelation of futuristic inventions, the family's sense of wonder expanded. Charlie's departure was punctuated by a promise to return before dawn. As the night drew to a close, the family settled in for rest, reassured by Charlie's presence. Pa's endearing, if slightly inebriated, proclamation of love for his sons warmed their hearts. In the quiet of their room, the boys offered their prayers, their minds abuzz with the enchanting events of the day. With hearts full of joy, they drifted into slumber, eager for the adventures that awaited them. Chapter 9: Secrets Unearthed. The aftermath of the Gator incident lingered like a heavy fog. No one dared mention it, yet its presence loomed in the corners of our minds. We all tried to resume our routines, pretending that everything was normal, but a palpable unease hung in the air. Days passed, marked by the rhythm of chores and the comforting predictability of Mama's cooking. The field stretched out, bathed in the warm embrace of the sun, yet the shadows held secrets we were reluctant to uncover. One evening, as the sky painted itself in shades of twilight, a curious whisper reached our ears. It was Billy who first heard it, a faint melody carried by the wind. We gathered on the porch, listening intently, trying to discern the source. The tune was hauntingly familiar, evoking memories of forgotten lullabies and childhood stories. Then, emerging from the shadows, we saw her, a woman, ethereal and elegant, her silhouette dancing against the fading light. Her presence was both enchanting and enigmatic. Mama recognized her instantly, a ghost from the past. With cautious steps, the woman approached, her eyes carrying a melancholy weight. She introduced herself as Eliza, a name etched in the annals of our family history. She spoke of a long-buried secret, a tale that intertwined our fates in ways we couldn't have imagined. Eliza's words wove a tapestry of love, loss, and redemption. She unraveled a story of star-crossed lovers, bound by a promise that transcended time. As the night grew darker, the truth illuminated our hearts, and we understood that our destinies were forever entwined. The revelation left us breathless, our minds racing to grasp the magnitude of it all. Eliza's presence was a bridge to the past, a link to our ancestors, and a testament to the enduring power of love. As dawn broke, we stood together, our hearts heavy with the weight of newfound knowledge. The secrets that had shrouded our family were finally brought to light. With Eliza's guidance, we began to unearth the hidden chapters of our history, understanding that our journey was just beginning. In the days that followed, we delved deeper into our family's legacy, uncovering long-forgotten letters, faded photographs, and mementos that spoke of a love that had endured against all odds. The threads of our story intertwined with those who came before us, creating a tapestry of resilience, passion, and the enduring spirit of our family. As we navigated this newfound landscape, guided by the wisdom of Mama and the enigmatic presence of Eliza, we understood that our lives were part of a grander narrative, a story of love, loss, and the indomitable strength of the human spirit. With each revelation, we forge deeper connections to our roots, gaining a profound appreciation for the sacrifices and triumphs of those who had come before us. The legacy that had been passed down through generations became a living, breathing presence in our lives, shaping our choices and inspiring us to embrace our truest selves. And so, under the watchful eyes of our ancestors, we ventured forth, carrying with us the stories that had shaped us. United by blood and bound by love, we knew that the chapters we wrote would become part of the ever-evolving tapestry of our family's history. And with each passing day, we lived with a deeper understanding of the extraordinary journey that had brought us to this moment. Chapter 8: The Balloon, the Gator, and the Transformation. The day began with a freezing room, devoid of dreams. Pa's drunken snores echoed from the night before. The absence of my brother's presence made me feel excluded, his bed neatly made. Outside, the boys and Mama were flying kites shaped like comical white-winged birds, a cherished memory from years ago. Mama shared the story of their creation, a victory on the 4th of July. The arrival of Gloria, Uncle Tom, and Grand-Uncle Joe with 2 white stallions brought news. The girls' parents, Frank and Mary, had been found, but they were changed. Duchess revealed this, and Pawpaw and Grand-Uncle Joe rushed over to learn more. The revelation left us stunned, and we decided it was best not to get too involved. As breakfast was underway, a thunderous noise announced a surprise visitor, a balloon carrying a portly man, Arnie, who landed with a comical thud. Arnie's panic and Mama's mischievous retelling of the event had us all in stitches. Willie, the motor car owner, arrived to collect Arnie, adding to the merriment with his antics. Tom's farewell fart added the perfect comic touch. After the laughter settled, Mama and Gloria returned inside, but Duke and Duchess reappeared with Charlie and Elliot. The 2 sets of twins, identical yet distinct, joined the gathering. The mysterious balloon and Arnie's misadventure became the topic of discussion. Inside, we shared breakfast with Ma and Gloria, who offered us a taste of bottled gator. Phil eagerly tried it, but disaster struck. His face began to swell, transforming into that of a real gator. Panic ensued as Mama, using her unique magic, restored Phil's face to normalcy. The gator meat was promptly disposed of, and its malevolent laughter filled the room. We sought refuge in the bedroom with Phil until the unsettling sound ceased. The incident with the gator meat was never spoken of again, leaving us all in uneasy silence. Chapter 9: Whispers in the Night. As the day unfolds, the family tries to resume their routine after the strange events. Mama and Grand-Uncle Joe reassure them that everything is back to normal. The men, including Pa, Pawpaw, Cousin Tom, and Grand-Uncle, are away making business calls, leaving the boys curious about the upcoming harvest. Mama dismisses their eagerness to work, emphasizing the importance of education. She reminds them to be grateful for their opportunities, unlike many children who are forced into labor. The family is interrupted by Willie and Arnie, who bring along a new acquaintance named Edith. They discuss the mishap with the balloon, and the boys express excitement about the possibility of a free ride the next day. However, Mama, afraid of heights, hesitates. As the balloon takes off, it suddenly veers off course, heading toward the mountain. Panic sets in as everyone watches in horror. Suddenly, a mysterious voice speaks ominous words, for they have sown the wind, and they shall reap the whirlwind. The sound leaves them all shaken and disoriented. The balloon crashes in a fiery spectacle, leaving no hope for Arnie and Edith's survival. The family is in shock, and the men rush home after receiving the news. They find the women and children deeply affected by what they witnessed. Interviews with reporters follow, and a photograph is taken to capture the solemn moment. Mama, Ma, and Gloria recount the events, sharing their experience of hearing the eerie voice. The family is surprised that they all heard it. In the aftermath, the boys are sent to bed, leaving the adults to deal with the situation. The men stay vigilant in case of further visitors. Late at night, Billy, Phil, and the others wake to the sound of footsteps and voices. Mama May assures them it's only the men returning, but they're met with an unsettling sight. The next morning, the boys wake up to find Gracie and Faye have brought them handcrafted toys. Meanwhile, the men discuss the postponed arrival of a work machine due to the bad weather. Pawpaw shares news that Arnie and Edith were found, and they plan to attend their funeral. Ma and Gloria are devastated, having believed them dead. Mama May initially dismisses the news as a hoax, but eventually learns the truth. The boys, still shaken from their encounter the previous night, confirm the sighting. As the family grapples with the reality of Arnie and Edith's fate, they turn to whiskey for solace. Mama May recounts the events, corroborated by the boys' testimony. However, the men withhold their own experience from the discussion, leaving an air of mystery surrounding the night's events. Chapter 10: Whispers of the Ghoul. As another night falls, the weight of recent events presses heavily on our hearts. The air is tinged with the lingering scent of alcohol, a bitter reminder of our helplessness. In the dim moonlight, an eerie stillness blankets the room, broken only by Mama's sudden, jarring entrance. Her voice, echoing with an uncanny feline quality, startles us all. A collective scream escapes our lips, the trauma of recent events still fresh. Mama's lantern illuminates her face, stern and determined. We exchange somber greetings, a touch of sadness in our voices. She speaks urgently, her eyes wild and alive. Mama leads us downstairs to the living room by the piano, where she places the lantern. We sit in anticipation, waiting for a revelation. She acknowledges our transition into young adulthood, but warns of the dangers lurking in the woods beyond Duke and Duchess domain. Her words hang heavy in the air. We learn of a presence, something not of this world, residing deep in the woods. Mama's urgency intensifies, cautioning us to steer clear of the alligator pond. Dread settles in our hearts as we absorb her warnings about the enigmatic figure known as the Ghoul on the Hill. That night, plagued by nightmares, I soar through the sky, pursued by diabolical laughter. Awakening in a cold sweat, the events of the night before replay in my mind. The ghoul, the ominous warnings, they seem like a dark fairy tale, woven from our deepest fears. Morning brings no relief, only a sense of foreboding that lingers in the air. We carry on with our chores, but a palpable distance separates us. Night descends once more, and I lay in bed, gripped by an unshakable dread. The room seems to close in, shadows dancing with malevolent intent. In the depths of night, a chilling voice reverberates, its source a mystery. It's as if the very darkness taunts me, paralyzing me with fear. I lay, imprisoned by my own mind, until morning finally arrives. Summoning the last of my strength, I venture downstairs. The living room, now bereft of its eerie presence, appears almost ordinary. The piano, bathed in sunlight, guards its secrets. The day unfolds with a sense of unease, Mama's warning a constant companion. As darkness returns, sleep remains elusive. The room feels charged with an otherworldly energy. Restless, I listen to the sounds of my family, all struggling with their own fears. Then, an unexpected visitor arrives at our window, an old man in a top hat, his eyes piercing and cold. His rhythmic clapping against the glass unsettles us all. He fades away, leaving us shaken. The room grows stiflingly warm, a sensation that courses through me like molten lava. We sit frozen until Pawpaw investigates, dismissing it as a trick. The phone rings, its suddenness jarring. Mama answers, her exchanges with the caller growing increasingly bizarre. Laughter erupts, uniting us in merriment. But the levity is short-lived. An angry figure appears at the window, casting a sinister shadow. Then, in a flash of heat and noise, the phone shatters, leaving us in stunned silence. A note materializes on the table, its words a chilling incantation. Fear and determination wash over us. It's time to face the darkness that lurks beneath the elder tree in the putrid orchard. Chapter 11, Guardians of the Orchard. Under the shroud of a foreboding night, the family, leaving only Ma and the girls behind, gathers at the edge of the orchard at midnight. Lanterns in hand, their hearts pound in anticipation, casting long, dancing shadows on the dew-laden grass. The orchard, once a source of abundance, now feels like a realm of secrets and half-formed apparitions. Every rustle and distant bird call carries an air of hidden intent. With heightened senses, we step forward, breath visible in the cool night air. Deeper into the orchard we venture, lanterns casting beams of light that flicker like desperate pleas for clarity. The scent of aged leather and earth fills the air as we stumble upon a weathered book, partially buried beneath the roots of the ancient apple tree, the largest and oldest on the land. With trembling hands, Mama retrieves the book, insects scattering in its wake. Its title, Unseen, is revealed, sending shivers down our spines. We return to the house, the book clutched under Mama's arm, insects, and dirt in tow. In the warmth of the living room, Mama places the book on the coffee table, the lamplight casting eerie shadows. Her eyes, pools of dark wisdom, scan the text, revealing a message from the year 1776, penned by Cordelia Bell Williamson. The missive speaks of a concealed enigma, a legacy intertwined with their very being. The family is bound by duty, entrusted with a solemn covenant to protect the land from the ancient entity known as the Specter of the Heights. Their forebears, as resolute as the ancient oaks, confronted this entity, armed with devotion and wisdom. Through trials, they upheld their vow, ensuring the land's prosperity for generations to come. The Specter, a force woven into the essence of the locale, guards enigmas and sanctums. Confronting it means grappling with their own history, standing at the threshold of myth, where mortal and eternal blur. As Mama reads, the family absorbs the weight of their legacy. This ghoul, this specter, is more than a mere apparition. It is a force of nature bound to their heritage. With the journal as their guide, the family pledges to confront the ghoul, to face the darkness together. The next night, they return to the orchard, a united front against the ancient force that dwells within. As they stand in the heart of the orchard, the moon's glow intensifies, casting an eerie light. The air pulses with dormant energy, carrying echoes of generations past. Then, a haunting moan pierces the silence. The Specter of the Heights approaches. Mama May's voice is unwavering as she addresses the ancient force. The family stands firm, united in their duty. The Specter's form wavers, its cries fading into the night. With a final, thunderous cry, the Specter dissolves, leaving the orchard bathed in silvery light. The family returns to the farmhouse, hearts filled with resolve. The journal, once cryptic, now holds the key to their legacy. Their journey is far from over. The orchard's mysteries will endure, but now they face them as guardians, bound by an oath that spans the ages. The legacy of the orchard, intertwined with their very souls, lives on. Chapter 12, Legacy of Unity. The morning sun bathes the sky in golden hues, signaling a new day. After the midnight encounter with the Specter, the family gathers in the kitchen, weariness etched on their faces, yet a sense of determination and unity prevails. Charlie, the patriarch, sits at the head of the table, his weathered hands tracing the rim of his coffee mug. He imparts ancestral wisdom, revealing that the family's connection to the orchard is ancient and profound. The abilities they possess, whispers, visions, are gifts passed through generations, not mere quirks of fate. Charlie admits his own kinship with the otherworldly, a bond shared with Cordelia Bell Williamson. The ghoul, he explains, is a guardian, not inherently malevolent, but a sentinel tied to their family's history. An oath was made to protect and preserve the orchard and its mysteries. As the day progresses, forgotten tales and hidden truths resurface, weaving a tapestry of their legacy. With twilight settling over the orchard, a newfound purpose surges through their veins. They prepare for a second encounter with the ghoul, armed not only with the journal's wisdom, but with a profound understanding of their place in this ancient dance. In the heart of the orchard, beneath the moon's watchful eye, the family stands united. The air brims with anticipation, and the whispers of ancestors seem to echo in the wind. The ghoul materializes, a formidable presence draped in mist and moonlight. Mama speaks with conviction, asserting their role as stewards, not adversaries. The ghoul contemplates, weighed down by the passage of centuries. Slowly, it recedes, dissipating like morning mist. Gracie and Faye's parents emerge, shaken but unharmed, tears of gratitude in their eyes. With the dawn breaking, the family stands together, bound by blood, duty, and a legacy that spans ages. The orchard, once shrouded in mystery and fear, now holds a new significance, a testament to their strength, unity, and unbreakable connection to the land. With the ghoul's acknowledgement, Gracie and Faye's parents take up residence at Mama May's, embracing their role as guardians. The family convenes in the kitchen, a palpable sense of purpose in the air. Charlie's eyes gleam with pride, recognizing the strength that courses through their veins. We are bound not only by blood, but by a duty that transcends time, Charlie proclaims, his voice echoing through the generations. The orchard depends on us, and we, in turn, depend on it. Together, we will ensure that our legacy endures. The family stands united, hearts intertwined with the orchard's ancient roots. They face the future with unwavering resolve, knowing they are part of a story that stretches back through centuries, a tale of courage, sacrifice, and an unyielding love for the land. As the seasons pass, the orchard flourishes under their care. Trees bear fruit more bountiful than ever, and whispers seem to carry the voices of ancestors. Gracie and Faye's parents find purpose as guardians, their hearts forever entwined with the orchard's destiny. The legend of the Specter of the Heights spreads, a testament to a family bound by duty and love. Though shadows of the past linger, they are met with unwavering courage and unity. In the heart of the orchard, beneath the moon and stars, the family stands tall, guardians of a legacy that will endure for generations.